Hello, guys. Hello. Good afternoon. I'm Leandro. I'm here, host. I'm a host from Talking, and today we are we are talking about soft skills and behavior. Okay. Um, I guess everything okay. Let's go. I'm Leandro. I introduce myself. I'm a host here. This year I started as a host, and last year I started here studying English and Spanish. Uh, I guess since February, and today I'm living in Santo André. I study technology, and I'm proud to be here. I speak in English because I never thought about this. Yes. Here's no problem, committing mistakes. Everybody here is students of English. I'm not a teacher. This platform is only to students practicing in is okay. Enjoy this moment and be respectful, everybody. If someone can speak in languages, come here from Talking Talk to practice. Okay, Rebecca, can you introduce yourself, please?
Hey, hi guys, I'm Rebecca. I live in São Paulo. I have two dogs and I'm advertised. And in my free time, I like to listen music, watching movie, TV series, read books, study. I have some hobbies, study language. Some language I study just as a hobby, and English I study because it's necessary. Then I try participating here in the meetings and talk to improve the skill that is speaking. And that's it a little about me.
Thank you, Rebecca. Ayla, please, can you introduce yourself?
Sure. Good afternoon, guys. I'm Ayla. I live in Belém. I come from a small family. My mom, my little sister, and me. I married. I've been married for 8 years, and I have a daughter. Her name is Beatriz, and I have a dog, a little dog. So I work as a public servant, and I've been studying since 2020. I've never studied English before, but I decided to start because I don't know. I think I feel so boring. I don't know. I think because the pandemic situation, and I decided to do something new for me, for my life, for my mind. And since then, I've been studying, and nowadays I so appreciate it. I like it to do it. It's for me, it's a pleasure, and that's why I'm here to practice and to face my fears and to build my confidence. And that's it.
Yeah, thank you, Ayla. I'm here because the pandemic too. I started.
Me too.
I know. Trinity since 2020, but I never have courage to start it here. Rebecca, since pandemics too? Here?
Yeah, I started in 2020, but it already was a plan, and happened that we had the pandemic, the quarantine. So I had too much time that year, 2020. I started, I think it was February too, as Ayla said, the same time.
Very nice, very nice. Thank you for coming for my immersion. Let's go start. We'll talk about the behavior on professional place, and in skills, soft skills, because it's nowadays is so, I don't know, value about of employees. Yeah, let's talk about. Rebecca, what are the skills and behavior qualities most sought after by companies? Sought after.
Well, depend of the field, but I think most of them like people that have a good communication, outgoing people. The companies really like this kind of profile. Also, the interviewers, they say they prefer interview people like that. I think today they want to try people updated with what is happening in the world. I mean, about technology, for example. Most of fields, design, not just technology field, they want that the people that are connected with, for example, the tools about AI tools that involve AI. For example, you need, if you are a writer, you need to use a chat GPT, for example, but other options. So I think the companies are value those skills. And about behavior, I think it's more that to be communicated, also compromise. All company want people responsible, but I think it's difficult to accompany. All job is difficult. I say a soft skills because it's so obviously right. I think it's more or less it, guys. That what I think right now.
Yeah, thank you. You talked about communication and technology. I guess is some of the skills that's more necessary for corporations today. I agree with you. Is things that is good for all parts of life. I guess not only for companies. I guess. That's it. In your opinion, Ayla, what do you think about what are the skills and behaviors qualities most sought after by companies?
For me, I think the same. I think especially about communication. It's a related skills of it, soft skills, and I think the company is looking for a person who will be able to communicate well with the work team, be creative, be empathetic, be able to lead and to solve some problems, especially when there is a change. It's good to handle about change and different opinions and some conflicts among employees. Yeah, I think resilient and stuff like that. I think it's most important. And I think in fact, I think soft skills is more important than hard skills in terms, because you need to be able to know about the hard skills, but I think a soft skill, it's I don't know, it's a little more important, because you all the time you need to communicate, to be able to communicate and with different people, different opinions and people who are different ages. And it could be so complicated sometimes to solve some conflicts. And yeah, for me, it's more about communication.
Yeah, you bring some ideas, very nice ideas. I guess I agree with you. Is what's important for me. I guess I don't know. You talk about skills that is more easy. I guess it's more easy to learn hard skills than soft skills, because soft skills is kind of I don't know. It is don't things that is not teaching on schools. I guess you need to see to understand yourself and understand your weakness, your strongs in goal to try to practicing and learn with the others. Yeah, learn with things that you're looking for. But you thought about something like understand. For example, empathic, sympathetic is a quality of a personal human being. Yeah, empathic is or self awareness. Teamwork, for example, teamwork is a quality. Some people don't have this quality. You need to learn by time. Yeah, with practicing and experience is different than hard work. Hard work, you go to school or so make some courses more easy because have a manual to follow. Yeah, it's difficult. I have some things that I like more than the others, and some weakness I need to practice and understand better. Which soft skills are easier for you, and which are hardest, Ayla? Your opinion. Number 2.
Okay. For me, I think to be empathetic, I think I consider myself an empathetic person. I think I have facility to get along with my co-workers. And about the hardest skills, soft skills, I think to manage people, manage conflicts. It's so terrible sometimes. It's so terrible. Because people are so different. And when there is some change at my work, I notice sometimes there is some stressful situation because the people don't want to don't agree, and it's so hard sometimes. And I think for me it's about management of people. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, thank you, Ayla. I was a personal that I was very impatient personal, and I need to learn how to have more patience with other people. When I was 18, I was everything is on my way. I was right all the time. I guess nowadays I'm more patient and collaborative with things. Some works I prefer work by myself, but I guess my weakness was being impatient. Nowadays, I guess my more. I guess I'm more I don't know. I don't know. Flexibility, I guess. I have more flexibility to do things. I guess this is the soft for soft is more for me is more difficult because I need to understand myself, and when I need to manage feelings, it's complicated for me because I pass a long time so thinking without thinking about this. But the hard skills, I guess, I'm kind of person that like to solve problems. Every work that I have it was with mathematics or like some that. Nowadays, I work for become more communicative and work with other things. By solving problems is kind of thing that I guess is hard when I because I studied techniques for this. I was a technician, yeah, but have a soft skill for solving problems too. Is a soft skill, but have the hard skill too. I guess hard skill is more with mathematics, yeah. And and you, Rebecca, what's your opinion? Which soft skills are easier for you?
Well,
In hard skills.
to me, empathy, to be empathetic, it's easier. I think try to see myself in the other side. It's exercise easier to me to do, and to me that's a soft skill that I use very easy without to do so much effort. And the hardest one, I think, is to be a leader. I think I should not be a leader, but if I was, I need to learn a lot. And I don't know, I think see myself as a person that I need to learn to be a leader, because it's not too much my strongness. I think it's my weakness. Also, I think not too much about demand job. Demand job. Say, hey, do that. It's your work. Things like that. But I think it's a little bit about what Ayla said. It's the problems, personal, all kind of personalities together. Deal with the diversity of people. I think it's not easy. You need to be very professional. So to me, it's my hardest soft skill to develop. That's it.
Yeah, it's not easier negotiation with different cultures, different personalities. No. Yeah, being a leader or have a leadership. Leadership is one soft skill. Have a lot of soft skills each day. Born one soft skill: resilience, irritability, persistence. Have a lot of soft skills, and yeah, I agree with you. Let's go number 3. Of all these skills mentioned or not mentioned too, which do you consider most important nowadays? For me, I guess being communicative in related things like negotiation. Negotiation is a thing that is necessary nowadays. I guess negotiation is the most important for me. Negotiation, being communicative in English too, not only in Portuguese, being communicative in other languages, be communicative with speaking or with writing, because have social media, you need to deal with this. And for me, is that the most important? In your opinion, Rebecca, what's the most important for you?
Well, to me, the most important is to be a good listener. We were talking about leader. There's a lot of profile of a leader, just not one, but all of them need to be a good listener. So, and I think also the employees, that one is not a leader or a boss. I don't see any good professional that don't need to listen. And when I say listen, I'm talking about considering other points of view. For example, if I'm academic professional, I need to deal with a lot of research and care about those thoughts and opinions to develop a better work. I think the soft skill to be a good listener, understand what you are, the content that we are deal, and know what is good, what is wrong, and make our judgment is the most one of the most important to me.
Thank you, Rebecca. It's very, very nice said. And Naila, what do you think is the skill consider most important, in your opinion? Ayla is frozen. Yeah. Okay. Ayla can answer when her internet's coming. Let's go. What behavior do you hate in your coworkers, Rebecca? What behavior
Behavior.
Yeah. Co-host, your co-workers or boss? Yeah.
Well, to be honest, it's difficult to answer that, but how can I say, a people that intrometida, more or less it, a person that it's not helping us. Okay, I like a help. It's very wonderful when I'm new in a job and someone help me when I need. It's very cool with this kind of help, but when it's someone is carrying a job that is not of them, I don't like it. Sometimes we find people like that, and it's boring. Everyone realizes that, but I think a boss, especially a boss, should tell it to the person. It's the thing that I don't like, and other thing I don't care too much, but I think I don't hate gossip. I don't hate, but the place that the co-workers that I have been working, they are cool. I don't have too much to say. I'm in a good environment today.
Yeah, I agree with you. Gossip is my choice because I know it's in Brazil it's a sport, gossip.
Yes, every
Yeah,
place.
radio of corridor. The time of coffee is the time of coffee. I guess is the moment the people talk about the others. But for me, is the worst behavior on the workplace for coworkers or boss talking about the others that is not present, that is not in the moment. I dislike this because the personality that talk about other for you will talk about you for others, and because that's I dislike gossip for me. I will not judge the people that like that, but if I have some gossip for me, in me, we stop it, I guess. It's difficult. Sometimes you can share, but I need to policy myself to don't pass the information for the others. That's it. That's like more for behavior of coworkers and boss.
The worst is when the boss is the gossip, make the gossip. I think it's
the boss.
the worst word.
Yeah, I have problem with that sometime in my last job, in my my boss was terrible. Sometimes because we worked far for other, because one in one city, the other in the other. But sometimes I understand he needed to to take some information, to get some information, to understand the team. But when become more personal or I don't know, intimate information about personal, I dislike it. This, yeah. But I know it's a sport. Uh, some some people don't say good morning and say send a gossip to you in the first moment. In your opinion, Laila, the number two, which is soft skills are easier?
Number two,
No,
I
number
think
three.
I
Number three, you don't answer, né? Number three,
yeah.
all the skills mentioned or not mentioned, do you consider most important?
Okay, guys. So I think for me, I think most important it's to as you guys said, I think it's important to listen, to listen, to be a good listener, and to be a good lead. For me, to be a good lead involved to have emotional intelligence. It's so complicated, I think, sometimes. There is some boss who there is no emotional intelligence at all, and unfortunately, it's terrible for the health environment at work. I know this because I need to handle about the situation. And for me, it's about to be a good leader and to have intelligence, emotional intelligence, and to have a critical pensamento crítico, I think, and to be able to solve the problems the best way, to have a good vision, to decide what for the better option to solve something. And I think it's sometimes I notice it's so difficult. And in my case, I don't have a boss, at least nowadays, a boss who has these qualities, unfortunately. And that's it.
Sometimes it's a soft skill, know how to say no for abusive boss.
Yeah.
That's it. And the fourth question, what behavior you hate in your coworkers or boss?
For me?
Yeah.
About the gossip.
Yeah. Gossip or other. I talk about gossip, Rebecca too. Rebecca said more things. But
gossip it's terrible. And I confess, I think it's no good for any work environment. It's becomes our relation so toxic. And I don't know, I think I feel so disappointed. Yeah, I think I felt so disappointed when there is this kind of situation, and the gossip, it's terrible.
Yeah, sometimes don't add anything for us. Only being bad things. Uh, Number 5. How do you behave in your corporate environment and familiar parties? Should we behave the same way, Rebecca? The part
Oh,
familiar with friends in the workplace environment.
no, of
Different.
course, no.
It's different.
I never attended an part company's party, but I already had that coffee, that moment, happy hour, this thing, but parties no. But of course, no, we cannot. I think it's not cool be the same. I think family, we are more ourselves. We can complain about our boss, for example, complain about boss, for example, or complain about other stuff, or maybe share opinions about the road that depend of the company that we work. We can share because there's a rule about behavior, things that we can talk about, because I don't know, depend of the company, the way that they are. The company has a profile, and I think even in a party we need to keep this profile. Don't talk things that people can manipulate, and in our talk it can become other thing. Also, I don't know, don't drink too much for those who drinks. I think it's important because there's a lot of stories about people that drinks and do things not that they couldn't do in a company's party. And yeah, we need to behave different. I think in families parties, we also, I think in families parties, sometimes if you are not so much a friend of your relatives, for example, maybe for some people the company's party can be better, they can enjoy more, I don't know. But talking about behavior, it's better I make a mistake with my family than with around my coworkers and boss. I think it's better avoid a bad behavior. That's it.
I totally agree with you. Drinking and work and in parts of your job is not good. I guess on parties you are watched all the time, all the time. You watch it and judge it about that. Uh, until social media, I don't know if I have a question about, but social media I dislike it to share with boss or coworkers because you are judged all the time. Yeah, sometimes not your problem, but someone share some photo about you in a party, about you happy. Is not good for your career, I guess. Isn't it? Like you said, behavior, maintain the etiquette of your work is good. And in your opinion, Ayla, what do you think about?
So I think my behavior at my work environment, it's totally different when I'm in my environment family, because I don't know, I don't feel comfortable, and I confess I get suspicious. I don't agree because unfortunately there is some unreliable people at my work environment, and there is no trust for me. And I prefer to pay attention, and I don't know. I think when there is some celebration, I participated, but I think I participated in a respectful way. I think I can't relax. Yeah, because I don't trust, and I don't share about my life, my personal life. I totally agree with you said, Leandro, about the social media too, because people usually people see your social media, your uh, profile, I don't know, and to use against you with the judgment, it's terrible.
Everything will be
So
used against you, like
yeah.
like a lawyer said, the policy said. Uh, like you said, is sometimes we don't trust because have some co-work is not your friendly, is difficult trust, and is not good. Only the social participation in parties to not be antisocial. But I try to be professional in every time. In I drink more and more friendly with friends or with family, but it's not in a place that a company is giving this the party. Yeah. I participate in some parties have problem because the coworkers don't understand the situation. You drink it a lot and drunk. It's not good because the other days after party is the gossip
Mhm.
the gossipy run. Yeah, uh,
Yeah.
not good. Every each day nowadays and on the group of the workers have uh, this gossip is all. Do you remember this day? Blah 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 blah. It's not good. Okay. What do you do? I like to stay sharp. What do you do to stay sharp for your job, for human being? What do you do in your days, your time?
Stay sharp,
Yeah, it's
ficar
ficar,
atento,
manter,
atento.
se manter afiado, né? Seria uma, se manter afiado, se manter assim, stay sharp.
Hum,
Uh, uh, prepared for things, prepared for work, prepared for your your achieves. What do you do for?
I think I try uh, to take care my physical and mental health. It's so important to have energy to do the best way your tasks, and I try to learn new things, um, and I try to read about what happened at my work environment, and to search some solutions, and stuff like that. I try to, I think it's important for me to feel well uh, with myself, and because if not, I think I couldn't to be so productive, and I pay attention what happened at a work environment. In my work environment, all the time there are a lot of law about, because I work at a judicial area, so all the time the things are changing. And nowadays I learn too about the technological, especially artificial intelligence, because it is everywhere nowadays. So it's important to improve your knowledge, your background. So I think for me that's it.
Okay, thank you, Ola. I guess maintain updated, yeah. Understand the technology, like I said, IT is the hype nowadays. Keep update. For me, I try to every time read about the world, read about politics, and read about lawyers, law, like I said. But I don't work with that. But every time the things is changing, eh, I know many times have a exists a book. I don't know that in English. Que me chama meu queijo. Yes, it's like it's about that. It's about the things is happen in around you. You need to stay sharp to understand what's time to change your work or learn new things. Yeah, because when the problem come, you need to be prepared for things. And you, Rebecca, what's your opinion? What did you do?
I try balance things. I try keep study things that I have been studying a long years, and also follow what the market require of the employed, for example, and try update it. What makes sense to me, because all time they say they need a lot of stuff, but what makes sense, I try to learn it, or at least know what is that about. And but other things I already have been studying, I just keep it, because some subjects, they are so huge that we learn always. For example, language is one of them. We need to study forever. Then, so I balance things, but I always try to understand others point of other perspectives, other professions, not just the mine. I think it's a thing that I like. For example, a scientist, a lawyer, academic, a professor. So doesn't matter. I like to try and understand. I think to me it's important, and it has helped me to also to choose some subjects that I need to study. Because of that, it helped me in many situations. And it's what I try to do, learn new things that the road require of us. We need to always be updated, know what they are talking about, what is that. And I think with the time, a lot of things that the first time I didn't get nothing. With the time, I could understand, because every day people talking about that, and I search it. So it's what I try a little bit about my way to try be sharp. Is that, guys?
Thank you. You said I think that's I is my philosophical way. Long life learning. Yeah, long life learning. No, not only the knowledge about my profession, but learn things for life. It's good. Understand the word, understand philosophy, understand psychology, a few about everything. Understand math, understand communication. I guess this is be sharp, be smart with the things that happen are happening around us. Thank you for your contribution, Rebecca. Uh, let me see more. One, how important is teamwork? Are you natural a team worker? For me, I was not natural team worker. Every sport that I tried to practice in is individual sport. I was individual, but I learned how to work with a team. I worked with a team in the I guess more than 2 or 3 works that I had, and nowadays I'm a team worker, but not for all. Some things I like to, because I need to be more concentrated to solve. But I like to share with workers and understand and listen, and learn with others, because I agree with the power of teamwork. But for me, it was not natural. I need to learn, yeah, because it's a exigence. I learned it on school. In high school, I learned this, but was not easy for me. I need to practice in how to deal with the other ideas, the other personalities. Yeah. And you, Ayla, um, how important is teamwork, and are you a naturally are you naturally a teamwork?
Okay. It's so important teamwork to create a good teamwork. It's good for the company, for the relationship, for the productivity. So, but it's so hard. So it's no easy to create a good and to keep a good teamwork. Um, because as we are all said before, it's so important to improve our soft skills, and it's no easy to work with people. But I don't consider myself a natural teamwork, but I try to improve, as I said. I try to improve, I try to read in that way to improve, because I
No problem. I guess I love frozen. Rebecca, can you answer that? No, I coming. Okay.
sorry, my internet is terrible today.
No,
Sorry,
no.
I don't know what a part of I said. I don't know.
No
It's
problem.
complicated.
It's not a problem. You can. You want to finish? No.
Yeah, I will try to finish, because I think it's strange if I don't finish.
Okay.
So,
You are teamwork nowadays.
okay, so it's important to have a good teamwork, but it's no easy. I'm not a naturally teamwork. I need to improve. I need to read. I need to search a good tip for create a teamwork, because I consider important, because I don't work alone. I need the others. to finish my activity. So I think it's important to try to improve this way, and it's so important for you, for others, if for the work, the company, in general. So that's it. Sorry,
Thank
guys,
you.
it's
No
so
problem.
terrible. My
No,
internet.
don't ask. Don't ask. Sorry. Rebecca, can you share your opinion about?
Yes, I'm not naturally teamwork, but I like when I'm in a good environment, especially in a company, private company, it's not a university or things like that. I prefer, but it is like when we are in a good environment. But it's to me also is a thing that I all day I need to learn. It's not so my way, my personality is not so naturally to it. But depend when it's about academic things or universal, let's say a master things, specialization, I would prefer not do it in network because I had a lot of experience. It was good experience, but I'm I'm curious to have this experience developing academic job by myself. I didn't have too much of this experience, and I'd like to have one day. But about companies, I'm not naturally, and as Ayla and Leandro, I need to work in it to be better. That's it, guys.
Thank you, Rebecca. Thank you, Ayla. I know don't have more time, but like I said, network is important. Make a network, not only for work but for life. Yeah. And that's it, guys. I have a survey. Please answer the survey, and I have a pleasure to have you here, and come more time. And that's it. If the people that is watching on YouTube come for talking for to practicing speaking languages. Okay. That's it, guys. See you. I hope see you
Thank you, Leandro. Thank you.
more time. Thank you.
Bye bye. See
Bye
you.
bye.